Good morning, guys. This is Mrs. Stevenson, and we are doing our lesson on the strings family. I'm doing it a little bit differently here so I can show you some stuff from my computer and screen share with you. Now, today we are learning about the strings family. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're doing. Can I do it? All right. So, the strings family here. They all have strings, and when the strings vibrate, they make the noise and the sound. Like a violin, the strings vibrate, and then on the inside, the sound resonates. Let's make this a little bit bigger here. All right. So this here you can see is a cello. The cello, you draw the bow across the strings vibrate, and the sound waves go inside the instrument, bounce around, and make the sound that you can hear. All right. So the strings, what separates them? They can play any note imaginable within their range. So like a cello might not be able to play as high, but ooh, you can play so many notes. They have predefined keys like you'd find on a piano. I'll let you guys read through this for a minute. That's why they're really good in horror movies, apparently. You don't need to stop for a breath. You just keep pulling the bow across the strings. Or like with the harp, you keep plucking. The harp should be a string instrument. It shouldn't be a percussion, I don't think. You can play faster and faster, several notes at the same time, it's like a harmony. All right. Let's see if we can look at a few violins here. These are violins. You play by pulling the bow across the strings and it goes under your chin, like so. You also have the viola. Now the viola is very similar to the violin, except it makes a much deeper sound. Violas play the same way. It's a little larger than a violin. We have a cello. The cello is much larger. As you can see here, you sit down and you play it in front of you. You pull the bow across, it makes a really nice sound. We'll explore the sounds in just a few minutes. Then we have the double bass, which is huge. These things can get monstrous. You can fit a person inside of them. So here we have the double bass. There's an electric double bass. They make a really deep vibrating noise. You can hear them their sound just carries and carries. Let's Google, is a harp a string instrument or percussion? Let's find out together. The harp is a stringed instrument, so it is a string. Well, it says it's percussion. Look at that. The harp is a percussion instrument. I learned something new today. All right, so I'm going to share with you a string orchestra. You see there's nothing but string instruments here. The percussionists have sat down. All the wind instruments are sitting. It's just the strings that are playing. Isn't that beautiful? you can see the cellos here, the violins and the violas. Violas are over here. Is there a double bass? There should be a bass somewhere. See, none of the wind instruments or percussion are picking up. Even the harpist is gone. Oh, here's some bass players back here behind the cello. Look at the difference between all the instruments. They look kind of the same, but their size is different and how you play them is different. All right. I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute. So those were some of the string instruments. Now, if you're interested in playing a string instrument, they don't typically do those in the band because they typically only do like marching band. But I'm going to show you a website that my son goes to. He goes to the School for Strings here in Port Huron. So if you're really interested in playing a string instrument, you know, check them out. They're actually pretty amazing. All right. So let's screen share here. And I'm going to share with you this little thing here. This is schoolforstrings.net, and this is where you can, right here in Port Huron, learn how to play any of these string instruments. Now, this is like a class photo they did of everyone playing with their safety masks on. So that is the string family. And I hope you learned a little something today. I hope this video turns out okay. I'm gonna have to preview it before I post it. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for art class, okay? Bye, guys.